Well, good, misty, rainy, overclouded, low pressure system afternoon there, Team Beast. And for those of you joining us for the very first time, thank you for clicking on Beast Capacity Outdoors. I'm your leader, Team Beast, Daddy Beast, and this is, well, just me working in the shop. Last night I poured a mold for the up-and-coming shop that we're going to be opening, and I'm not quite ready to reveal everything yet, but I'll show you a little bit, of the unmolding here of what I've got, just a little sneak peek of what's to come, and maybe I'll show you a few things. Oh wait, well, you can actually see a couple things. Maybe. We'll see. On my hat, some of the things that we've done. So maybe I'll show you what I have promo-wise for Halloween for a party that we're throwing. Yeah, pro bono. Yeah, it's going to cost us a few bucks. I'm not going to say how much, but it's going to cost us a few bucks. Just to kind of start getting the word out through our families and friends who would actually promote our site. Let's get to it, shall we? I use a company called Specialty Resins, or Specialty Resin and Chemical, SRC, and I use the Cast-A-Mold 30TF. Here, let me get a mold and show you. The 30TF Cast-A-Mold silicone rubber, excuse me, from Specialty Resin and Chemical, will kind of yield, and it's a different color of course, but it will yield a mold kind of flexible because of the durometer, which is I think it's 30 durometer, like the mold, the name of the mold rubber says. Yeah, and this is another similar one, but that's kind of what we're going to unmold here today. And I can show you the piece that I did because it's a one-off, but that's the hard rubber, and it's only because it's in a mold box. Basically, it's foam core that I use, and a hot glue gun to make the foam, the box. So, and it's just to keep, everything in there. It's got bubbles on the top, but because I don't have a degasser, so I have to do what's called a high pour. And that's basically, instead of pouring right here, this is the cup from last night. Instead of pouring right here and just kind of all over the mold, that create bubbles on your surface. So you have to, because when you mix this up, it's pretty thick. So that way the thin stream breaks the surface tension of the bubbles. Because this stuff's thick and it creates a lot of bubbles when you go to mix it and stuff. So a lot of air gets into it. As you see, it peels out of the cup pretty easy. And that's the mold rubber. It's silicone. This tears because a little easy because it's thin. But let's get to it, shall we? Yeah, all I'm going to do is just basically tear this apart. And I know this isn't my normal type of videos and stuff like that, vlogging, but it's a little something extra that I do, that we're going to be doing as an income source. And I am going to be doing some shop days videos and stuff like that, because, well, why not? I can. Okay. Now comes the fun part. So bear with while I pull the mold out off of the piece. It's looking good. The mold came off pretty good. You can see the piece I have here, but I've got to cut a piece free. Okay. As you can see, made a negative impression of the positive piece. Clean this up a little bit, and you can see it's pretty flimsy but firm. It'll hold its shape. Doesn't look to be any bubbles. We shall pour a quick positive of this, just to see how it turned out. Saving this, just in case I gotta pour it again. Being we're able to save it out of here without destroying the positive. Let me see, let me get some scissors here and clean up the outside of the mold. One very important thing when pouring molds, when you pour it, you got to make sure your table spot that you're going to cure it in is nice and squared level. So that way, when you cast it, it's nice and flat and not all out of whack. Yeah, see, our bench is off a little bit right here because it dips down. So when I pour in there, now we're that way, we level this way, kinda, and we're level. Level to pour. Another product I use from Specialty Resin Chemical, Model Pro. It's a 2-part, 1x1, 1-to-1 ratio. It works very fast, but it's cool out, so it's going to take a little bit longer to kick off. Part B. You gotta shake this once daily. you can pour this by weight or by volume. It's kind of forgiving, but sometimes it can be off. Stir stick, fresh, clean. Stir stick. Here's part A with B. That's real time. I'm not cutting away at all. But you notice the thicker parts, the deeper parts are kicking off and curing faster. Whereas those thin parts are taking a little bit longer. Because it works off of heat. So that'll take about probably 5-10 minutes before I can demold it. Yeah, you can see little bubbles here on the top. So that was from the way I poured it. And see, it's already pretty much hard. But those very edges and right here, still a little, yeah. I could do a little bit lower pour on this. I've created bubbles with the pouring. This is what I poured out of, and this is already gelling. just not done yet. I think I need to also get some clear matte finish to finish these up. No sneak peek. This is a little something I did, or that we're going to be doing. With the clutch backs. And then of course we have cameos that we're going to be doing with the hijab pins or the Baroque pins. And this was a happy accident. There's no mistakes in art, just happy accidents. And this was a cameo. We got 3 types. I'll show you a couple of them here in a second. I just didn't pour all the way because I didn't have enough to fill it. It was excess, so I just poured it in one of the molds. And that's what came out of it. And I was like, oh, that's a second. I'll throw it in the seconds bag, sell them for cheap. Craft little pieces. But looked at it, fixed it up, played with it, and it came out. Here's some ones that I did the other day. Another little happy accident of a, extra pour. This is also, because we're not opening yet, this is our experimental phase, building phase. You see, that's the full size one. That's the full-size one to this. They look very different, of course, because it's supposed to sit like this, but with just the positioning and just how it poured, and now it looks like something totally different. So if I was to angle it, you have it there, but and of course, this is with the clutch back. So we're going to have different styles of backings. There's another one. Like I said, a lot of dark, whimsical stuff too. Alright, I think we're about ready to pull this out. And it's still a little more, but yeah. Oh, it comes out nicely. Like that. It was a good pour. There's no... It's a little dirty because the mold was dirty. That'll happen from the very first pour on all of them. And yeah, I have my molds in a bag because it keeps them clean. Now you got to see a couple products. The finished piece. Now, one thing that's nice about this too is at this stage, with it still not fully cured, because it'll take, it'll fully cure in probably about, an hour or so. Be nice and hard, but while it's still, excuse me, while it's still in the curing mode, you can take it on a piece of sandpaper. I use 150 grit here. Or this is 100. No, 100, yeah. The 100 grit. My 150 is for smoother stuff. I'll just take it in small little circles. And sand the back down nice and flat. So when it comes out, this shrinks just a minute bit. And so, because there's like a water base in this too, and so a little bit of the water shrinks out of it, you know, evaporates out of it, and so you get this little lip that comes up that can get very sharp, and so I just sand it down. Plus it makes the backside all nice and flat and all that. Makes it a nice area for me to glue and attach the backings on it, a pin back or magnet. So, as you can see, it's fully sandable. It is paintable. You can paint it with spray paints and stuff like that. You can even tint it. We don't have any tint right now, but we will be getting tints. I soften the edges. So they're not super sharp and hard. And to help pick up this dust, I just spray bottle of water on a rag. Boop. Dust up. And there you have it. A quick little demold and pouring of a mold in real time for you guys. And we'll probably put a magnet on this one. Actually not this one, because this one will probably be a production master. Just in case I have to make a new mold, because every now and then you have to make a new mold. The resins are exothermic, and so you get a lot of heat off of them, which pulls the oils out of the mold, rubber, out of the silicone, and you save that by just spraying them with mold release. So it makes it last a little longer. I could probably get 50-60 pours out of this before it starts to really degrade and have to remake the mold. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And click on the little bell. That lets you know when we post up new videos. And hit the like button, it always helps. And as always, be good, be kind. Team Beast all the way.